Welcome back! Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into our first topic, identifying your musical goals. Knowing what you aim to achieve musically is the cornerstone of choosing the right instrument. Your musical goals will shape your journey in profound ways. Are you looking to join a band, become a solo artist, or perhaps you're interested in composing music? Each path may require a different set of skills, and by extension, a different instrument. Let's break it down. If you're aiming to be a solo artist, you might lean towards instruments that allow for a broad range of expression like the piano or guitar. On the other hand, if you're looking to join an orchestra, you might choose classical instruments like the violin or cello. A jazz ensemble often needs a saxophone, while a rock band will require overdriven electric guitars. Or maybe you like the idea of bashing away at a drum kit, or the slower, more rhythmic groove of a bass guitar. Maybe you want to become a singer and let others worry about the instruments. You could also work on digitally created music where you can rely mostly on software. As you think about your goals, consider jotting them down. It's a simple exercise, but incredibly effective in giving you clarity. So take a moment to reflect on what you want to achieve in your musical journey. It's the first step in making an informed decision about your instrument. If you look down below at the links I've included, you will see mind maps. Have you ever used these before? They are great for all sorts of problem-solving exercises. Now, you could fill this with whatever information you want. You can do one and then do another to refine your choices, but let me give you some starting suggestions. The central node. Let's call this your musical journey. Then we have first-level branches. Genre selection, instrument choice, they sound like good options. Then for the genre selection branches, we could include all the pros and cons for the musical genres. Maybe, let's start with rock. The pros. Widely popular. Versatile. Great for energetic performances. The cons. Can require a full band for the best sound. And equipment can be expensive. What about jazz? The pros. Rich harmonies and improvisational freedom. The cons. A much steeper learning curve, and it might require the knowledge of complex scales and modes. What about classical? The pros. Timeless pieces of music and technical proficiency. The cons. Requires disciplined practice and there's less room for improvisation. How about pop music? The pros. A broad audience appeal, simpler structures, the cons. Can be seen as formulaic, and there is very heavy competition. Other genres like blues, country, electronic, etc. can be added similarly. I'm not dictating to you what styles to gravitate to, so swap out your thoughts for my suggestions and fill in the gaps. Make sure to do 3 or 4. Choices are always good, and you may realise that a crossover might be more your style. Then once we have a few genre ideas written down, we can add instrument choice branches. Guitar. The pros are it's portable, versatile across genres. The cons are initial finger discomfort and maintenance like string changes. The piano or keyboard. The pros are it has a very wide tonal range and it's great for solo or ensembles. The cons are it's not so easily portable, especially if you're playing a traditional piano, and it can be expensive. The violin. Pros, rich sound and portable. Cons, steep learning curve and requires regular tuning. Drums. The pros, rhythmic foundation and physical engagement. The cons are it's loud, requires space, and there's multiple components to manage. Can be very expensive. As before, I have just added the usual suspects. Feel free to populate your own mind map with other instruments like flute, trumpet, bass, etc., which can be added similarly. The other part to goals that you can be thinking over whilst you work through this is, what do you want to achieve? Do you just want to learn an instrument? Do you want to take part in a social activity? Do you want to be on stage in front of lots of people? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to have others admire and respect your mastery of an instrument? There are many, many more reasons that you could choose. You do not even have to tell anyone. Just be sure that you know deep down what your destination is. Otherwise, you may get lost. But don't worry, you're always allowed to change your reasons many times en route. That is the beauty of learning. With new knowledge and new skills come new opportunities. So why not pause the video here whilst you have a go and then come back when you are finished?